Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
That was your warning. Now, on with the show. Kia ora, everyone, and welcome to Long Story Short, a new set of episodes that we take a look at a story of DCs and what they do inside this fucking universe of ours. And what these DCs do, well, let me tell you in a long story short. And first out of that gate, we've got Aislinn Tucker. It's a fucked up name in the first place. Anyway, Uncle Shane, that's the guy outside now, he turns up and he's been beefing with the whānau on matters relating to a house. And inside is a gaggle of witches, and one of them is this genius who doesn't like her uncle much at all, as she's got a restraining order on him because he chucked an oily rag at her one time. Long story short, Uncle huffs and puffs and wants in, but the three little pigs were out and a witch stepped in.
Shane needs to stay away from the property. He's coming into the house. Damn it! You son of a... You told me Oh God! She shot it! Oh God! Oh God! Oh Tucker! He wasn't supposed to be around me! He's violent and dangerous!
And blam blam, so Uncle dies and they bring little Witchy in, and that's where we are right about now.
And I could hear her making noises, and I started screaming, and this is where it gets hazy for me. I picked up the gun, and Shane started opening the door and entering the house.
Okay.
And he was banging the door into my mother, and my mother was screaming, and he was screaming, and I had the gun,
And luckily for us, we know, because we've seen that video, that is not what happened here, little witchy poo. Not at fucking all. But you see, the cops don't know that because they haven't seen that video, because, well, our little DC genius here hasn't told them that she shot that video and has it in her phone. Genius.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Just take your time.
What happened? I was like screaming, and I thought that you had to cock a gun for it to go off.
Genius. Little Heidi-Ho here has taken away her ability to say that he was dangerous, he was coming at me and I shot him on purpose. What a fucking genius.
And
Keep talking, sweetheart, keep talking. There has to be more geniuses inside that head.
You gotta go off.
yes.
I gotta ask something here. It's the hard question.
Yeah.
Hard question to DC here. Here it comes.
Look at me. Did you want to kill your uncle?
He was dangerous, and I hated him.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is fucking genius.
But no.
Why do you think you shot him?
I was absolutely sure he was going to kill my mother. He told her earlier in the day that he was going to kill her if she messed anything up for him.
And was that something that your mom told you, that he had made that threat, or did
Yes.
you hear him make that threat?
I didn't hear him make the threat.
I don't have to say it. You are all thinking it.
Do you think it was reckless to take the gun, grab the gun, take it up there as close as you did to Shane?
It was so stupid.
Oh, genius. So how did it all end up for old genius here, the witch? Well, this is gold. The DA charged her with manslaughter, right? And well, this is why lawyers can be geniuses too. Because that cell phone footage that I just played you before, well, the cops didn't have that, right? And the defense lawyer gave that footage over and said to her, right, easy peasy, she walks to the DA. But instead, after watching it, the DA upped the charge to murder. Genius. Fucking lawyers. Genius. And she ended up getting 75 months, which is 6.25. Oh, this poor Sapp. Oh, man. Yeah, this is gold. Anyway, this poor Sapp finished up Super Bowl one night, right, as a rep on TV. And after the Super Bowl, he went to a bar and caught a couple of ladies of the night and wanted to get a bit jiggy. And this is what happened. So Sappy here was getting jiggy with one of them when that one of them says, "Oh, fuck you, huge, eh? I want twice the money." And Sapp goes, "What? Oh, fuck off." And the next thing they got into a bit of a scrap, and away we go.
Was just trying to catch up on everything, you know, what's been going on. I understand that this has been a long night, so. And I don't know who you are.
Oh, so you're asking?
No.
Oh.
But I mean, some other people know who you are. Let's rewind. Like, there's like a million stories, so I'm just trying to get the truth.
That's fine.
Oh dear. Yeah, you see, the problem here is old Sapp here is about to lose his bananas, so to speak, because Sappy here thinks he's up with a play and he's not. And what play would that be? That would be that there's been now a change in the laws for the ladies of the night. And now every time they catch someone soliciting, they arrest them, charge them, convict them. And Sapp here doesn't know that change has already taken place. So if he says anything that even resembles that he was after a hooker, he's fucked. Just remember that.
Okay, so just...
When I'm at the bar,
Okay.
we're up to the room. The young lady said they wanted to do something. Put the $600 on the table. Everybody got naked. They were finna to do what we do. We're in the bed. They're there. I started taking pictures of the two ladies naked and, you know, doing what they're doing. Not even laying on the bed with me. So I'm taking pictures, pulling the underwear, you know, just taking pictures. I'm silly like that sometimes.
What a fucking genius, ladies and gentlemen. What a fucking genius.
I'm sitting there thinking, you just asked for two. Your girl got three. I gave you both three. She's in the room, ain't touched me. She's like, you gotta give me some extra. So that's when I said, you know what, it's over. So I walked back that way, grabbed her stuff off the desk area. Threw it at the door. I said, come on, let's go. I said, let's just leave. So somebody putting their clothes on, they get ready.
This bit, these fucking things always crack me up, man, because you have to think that this fucking Pinocchio here, he has no reference in his mind at all about this becoming on video and how many people would actually see him say this to this cop. This clown, like these clowns, have no idea that they're going to become somewhat famous. Like, geniuses, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about when you're in there, ask for a lawyer. It's ask for a pizza, because that's about the end of it. You know, fuck. You yourself can do it. You don't need a fucking lawyer. You just have to say no. Call 0800. Let's get some Pizza Hut tonight, baby. That's all you fucking say. And if you can do that and say that, then you don't need no fucking lawyer at all.
At the door. So then she cocks up and she spits on me. My phone is in my hand. The other girl grabs my phone. So then I gotta go outside the door to get my phone back. So I go out the door and I'm like, give me my phone. So she drops my phone. I get it off the floor. She's like, now you outside your room naked. And I was. I don't know how that door tripped, that it was locked, but it didn't close on me. The deadbolt came out and it stopped. So I got back in my room, I closed the door, and that was the last time I saw anything about it. I didn't touch him. I didn't touch her. I did not touch that woman.
Okay.
At no time, no point.
Okay.
Only thing I touched was her clothing and her shoes. I kicked them to the door. I said, please just leave.
Okay. At any time did it transpire that you specifically asked for oral for the $300, or was it just assumed between everybody that you were going to give them money in exchange for some kind of sex act?
Oh yeah, they were going to give me and do it.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry.
My man, anybody can make me a phone call to try to move my flight or something?
Yes, we'll get you access to a phone.
And now Boo Boo the Clown is about to meet his fate. And it's pure gold. Because, you see, Sapp here, he is one of those guys that believes, because he was taught, that honesty's the truth and the truth will set you free. And old Sappy here, old Sappy here can still hold that value of, like, honesty will set you free. But he doesn't have the fucking brains, ladies and gentlemen, to know when he should speaketh that truth. And Genius here is about to find out the hard way. And take notes, ladies and gentlemen. Take a note of when it sets in. When what sets in? Realization.
What we got going?
Well, you happen to be the fortunate one who showed up after we have a new policy in place. That says all Johns that solicit prostitution will be booked.
And now, here's the classic thing about fucking boo-boos who think that, being nice helps. Because, you see, in Boo-Boo's universe here, in Sapp's fucking universe here, he's thinking that the other guy at the other side of the table, if he was like him, then he would have already told him that information about that policy directly before or after he gave him his rights. But he didn't. And you think, well, of course he wouldn't. He's the cop. And that, ladies and gentlemen, shows you why it is. These fucking things are geniuses, ladies and gentlemen. Geniuses. Fucking geniuses.
I didn't solicit a prostitute.
You paid for a sex act.
So I paid for comedy. She performed the sex act only. So what there was.
I will say it again.
It's going to be some.
You don't need a
So you
lawyer.
gonna book me as a judge?
You need a
Unfortunately,
pizza.
yes.
Is this the only phone call you really should be making? You don't need a lawyer
We have
at
to book you
all.
to jail.
Follow the rule.
Unbelievable. I am about to be booked and cooked and done. I am dead as a doorknob. You ready?
Give us a bit. We have a few minutes. I mean, we have some paperwork we need to finish.
Not now. Not
Okay.
now.
God.
Not yet.
Way. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh God. No.
There, ladies and gentlemen, there. That was the counter argument for the hooker. She says, there, see, he's fucking huge. I want it twice. I want it 2 times. Oh, you fucking sap.
Oh my God, no, I did this as a John. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me right now? I gotta go to jail? Oh my God.
That, ladies and gentlemen, what he just said then is known as the Genius's Prayer. Oh my God. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a fucking genius. So, how did old Sapp end up? Well, he got done for solicitation of a worker and 1 times assault because, there was only one of them that wanted double. And he had to pay the hookers even more money than the $600 he didn't pay them in the first place, apparently. But they got busted too, so don't worry. But in the end, all the charges got dismissed. Just like him from his role on T-fucking-V. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the very reasons very much why that in every Western legal system that we have in the Western world, is why we have each of us a law in there that say somewhat of the same, that ignorance of the law is no excuse. And if you look at this, right, this set of circumstances, because it's not the most serious crime in the world, and you look at the relationship of the people within it, those entities, you see that Sapp is the sap in the middle of both of those. Hookers on one side, cops on the other, and neither of them is going to tell you about this new law about Johns. And that is why, if you do not trust one, then why trust the other? Don't be the sap in the room. Both of those things aren't your friend. So be smarter. Don't be a fucking genius. Just be smart and order a pizza. And order a fucking pizza. Right. And put mushrooms on it too. Right. Now, who's fucking next? Next up on this long story short is a different kind of DCA. A really sick one. Anyway, this guy's called Michael Carruth and his bum chum, Jimmy Lee Brooks. Yeah, that's deep south, I reckon. Anyway, kidnapped this guy and his 12-year-old son, tortured them and shot them to death and then buried them as well. Well, almost to death, because see, the dad, he actually survived and he dug himself up and managed to call the cops.
No bull. I got a man, his throat's been cut to hell. He said his son's been shot 3 times, is buried in a grave down here at Uchi, and he wants to go get him. He was buried and dug himself out. This is a bad one. Sir, who did this? Kim Brooks. Brooks?
So, the cops go and they grab these scum and bring them on in. And, well, the old guy is a fucking genius, DC, and believes that he can bargain his way out of the chair. Genius.
Which I'm not going to get into the particulars of my case. But you know and I know that I have not harmed anybody. You know as well as anybody else that you can do pretty much what you want to do as long as the DA agrees with it. The fact of the matter is,
DC, you killed a kid. You killed a kid. And you buried him with his old man. That's the fact of the matter. So that fucking cop is sitting there thinking, oh my God, right in front of me now, I've got a fucking DC.
The fact of the matter is if y'all were so inclined, in which, it's a bunch of stuff around town. And I'm not talking about a $20 bag of pot. Right. I'm talking about, and I'm willing, and I'll even tell you this, I'm willing to take a polygraph with some of the things I'm going to tell you. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you some things in which I will not, and I repeat, I will not give you a name. I will give you instances, people, places, and things, but I won't tell you who it is unless we can reach an agreement on some things. I mean, if you decide if you're interested in pursuing it. Okay. But I'm willing to take a polygraph to pass what I'm telling you. And I know that a polygraph is not admissible in court. It ain't worth a shit in court, but I know that you use them because it tells you whether the guy's lying or not. Sure, absolutely. That's the bottom line. Look at that guy. And like I say, I prefer to do it over here so y'all can get the credit, so y'all can get the glory, so y'all can toot your horn, stand on the bandwagon, and see what a great thing we did. And all bullshit aside.
And you're not saying that you're wanting the DA's office, if they're interested, to just let you walk. You're just saying you obviously want some consideration at sentencing.
Well, what I want, and I'll tell you what I want, and I don't care what I want, is I want federal witness protection.
He's cold, eh? He wants witness protection. Yeah, don't go to prison or anything. No, I want you guys to protect me, the kid killer. What a fucking genius, DC. Genius.
The fact of the matter is if y'all were so inclined, in which, it's a bunch of stuff around town. And I'm not talking about a $20 bag of pot. Right. I'm talking about, and I'm willing, and I'll even tell you this, I'm willing to take a polygraph with some of the things I'm going to tell you. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you some things in which I will not, and I repeat, I will not give you a name. I will give you instances, people, places, and things, but I won't tell you who it is unless we can reach an agreement on some things. I mean, if you decide if you're interested in pursuing it. Okay. But I'm willing to take a polygraph to pass what I'm telling you. And I know that polygraph is not admissible in court, or they should in court, but I know that you use them because it tells you whether the guy's lying or not.
Sure, absolutely.
That's the bottom line. With that guy, and like I say, I prefer to do it over here so y'all can get the credit, so y'all can get the glory, so y'all can toot your horn, stand on the bandwagon, and see what a great thing we did. And all bullshit aside.
And you're not saying that you're wanting the DA's office, if they're interested, to just let you walk. You're just saying you obviously want some consideration at sentencing.
Well, what I want, and I'll tell you what I want, and I don't care. I mean, I really don't care, because I know in my heart what I did or did not do.
Okay.
And I can live with myself.
Okay.
I'm very upset. I'm very upset at somebody else. I mean, all that's fine. But I cry a little bit each day.
Right.
But I'm big enough, boy, I'm going to step up to the plate for whatever it is. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, if I can hand you, and like I said, this is not and let me say this too, this is not a 2-week thing. If y'all were willing to work with it and run with it, send me up to shoot for a little bit, let my feet hit the ground, put me on probation, quote unquote, I'll come back and tear this town up, I'll shut it down for you. I shut the whole freaking thing down I'm talking about. Like I say, no joke. In 6 to 8 counties.
You've obviously thought about it a lot.
I have.
Put a lot of thought into it.
See, Chicago, these guys are national. They are never going to stop looking for me. You already know that. My ass is, I'm a walking dead man. What I want is I want federal witness protection. And I will walk away from everybody I know and I care about. But I don't know how the federal thing works. But what I want.
Well, it's not as complicated as everybody makes it out to be.
Well, what I want out of it, if we do that, and I want to be very clear about this, but if we do this and we do the federal thing, I want to die in a very public way. In other words, I want a death certificate with my name on it that says I died over here while I was fishing, or I was found in the lake floating. I mean, I went and had a seizure. You know what I'm saying? I died. A death certificate, to where a death certificate can be mailed to my mother and my father. A death certificate can be mailed to Catherine, to where they can have some closure, where I'm deceased, because I'm on the next plane to Tahoe.
The first thing you said was exactly right. You know that I alone can't make that decision.
I know that. I know.
And I will certainly take what I've been told today in the contents, being, when I say contents, like just a little bit that I've been told, understanding that there's a lot.
Yeah.
I will take that to
Santa Claus. I'm going to take all that shit now to Santa Claus and see what he says. Maybe he'll cut a deal. Genius. So, how'd it all end up? How did that bargaining go? Well, they both got dead.
Your picture on my wall, it reminds me that it's not so bad, it's not so bad. My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. The morning rain clouds up my window, and I can't see it all. Even if I could, it'll all be great. Put your picture on my wall, it reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
Kia ora everyone. It's me, Easy. Just popping in to say hello. And that I've got some coming up on the channel, which will be carrying on from this point forward. So I want to make sure that you guys know and what it is every now and again I'll pop out for a walkabout, and every now and again on that I'll pop into the channel live. And if you're online and you say hello, you just happen to be up and just happen to be watching YouTube and making sure you've got your notifications on, like the little bell icon. If you click it, that would be good. And that's why you should, if you do and you are online for those minutes that I'm on, go into the prize to draw and you win something. As well as what I want to do is find out some jokes, like who's got some like funny knock jokes, and we can vote on who's got the funniest. And yeah, thank you, win a prize. And you'll only get that because it's only when it's on live. So make sure you have the bell icon on, because well, I'm project manager, man, so I'm up all different hours, all different thoughts, doing all different things. So yeah, make sure, what is it? Bell icon on now, okay? Probably have to repeat this a few times because some is, not a lot of years, but some years, you know. See you then.